Welcome to Charles GBT YouTube channel. So this time I said this is our sixth video. I can't keep counting the videos step by step. I can't keep counting the videos we are making. But I said that as we are going, it keeps getting tougher and tougher. But this is just part of. It's not that tough, but it's just harder than the other LEDs and RGBs you have been doing. So quickly do your connections so we move together. And remember to subscribe, like, and drop a random comments in the comment section. So I'll be posting the code, my code there as well. So this is the connections. Make your connections fast. Make your connections fast. Make your connections. So we'll go same thing. I said that later on I will still explain why the connections are this way, but just make sure you have a 5V and a GND connected to the plus and minus any place, anywhere in the breadboard, either here or here or here, anywhere in the breadboard. So the same thing. Today we're working with a button, so you understand how button works. Like all this thing, maybe you say click the button for this, the button for a time bomb, for a. We are not working with any bomb, just RGB lights, please. So that's it. Make sure you do your connections exactly the same way. You can take a picture. I'm sure it's very clear. The connections are very clear. So you can take a picture, make sure it's exactly the same way I did the connection. Whether you're working with a real life project or you're working with Tinkercad, a free Tinkercad project space. Okay. So this is the basic components. We have uh the button, the push button. So you drag it. For those that don't know how to get that, you press the push button and drag it to here, or you can buy you can buy if you really want to start building things. So then the LED RGB, you can drag it as well. We have breadboard, Arduino R3, and the resistors as well. You must work with the resistor to make it function properly. So the resistor, leave the resistor as its initial value, like leave it like 1k 1k ohms, or this resistor, for those of you that are doing physics that also want to learn something in computer. So that is it. So make sure you do your connections. So let's just step into the code and the functionalities and what I brought for you guys today. So if I open my code, let me shift this more. Let me shift it. Yeah, okay. So if I open my code, let me just zoom it in. Okay, I hope it's clear now. So this is the code C++. We're using C++ to work with it. And remember, we are not using block or block text. We are using text only, please. So this is the text. So you just write the code and it works automatically. So this is the declarations. I declared everything I need. My connections, my red, green, and blue RGB lights, my button 1, my button 2, my first button and my second button. They're connected to 2. So you can see this if I highlight on it. You see it's connected to 2. This 2, digital 2. You see it. So the second button, this is connected to digital 3 in the PWM. So I'll still explain what all this means, but for now, just keep track of what I'm doing. So the volatile int count is initially set as 1, so it just keeps running. So the boolean RGB running is equals to false. I know most of you are here just to see how it works, and they don't need explanation for the code. They just need to see what happens in the code. But I will explain that now. Okay. So what I need, the thing I brought out today for you guys is that to control this LED, these RGB lights with these buttons. So if I click on this button, it turns the RGB lights on, and if I click on this button, it turns it off. So that's the thing. So we used all these. You can search Tinkercad get the manual so you can understand more on these things, the attach interrupt and things like that. So these outputs, and I said earlier in my videos that a button is an input because it's not giving out anything. So the RGB output is inside our void setup, and we are printing something to the serial monitor. That is what it is. You can see my comments. I write comments in all of my code to make it very good and understandable for other users to know what I did there in case I did some weird things that maybe they don't understand because you can't know everything. So that's it. So you start this RAM monitor for debugging, and so that's it. So we enter our void loop. We say if button one was pressed, start the RGB cycle. So if the button one was pressed, start the RGB cycle. So it goes red, green, and blue, then delays for 500 milliseconds. This is just like I said earlier that 1000 milliseconds is just like 1 second, and 500 millisecond will just be like half a second. So we just need a quick red, blue, red, green, blue, red, green, blue. We don't, but it has to have a delay, or it will just keep flashing immediately. So we used 500 to make it smooth. So if the count is greater than 0, then you keep adding. So if it's greater than 0, it will be red, green, blue, red, green, blue. So when it's greater than 3, it goes back to the first count. So it keeps going red, green, blue, red, green, blue, red, green, blue. Then else it turns it off with this button. So that is the if and else statements. You can see that this one is like the parent to this other if statement. So the else, the main else there. Saying this is the end of my main loop, the main loop that I'm doing. So okay, so let's just start it off and make sure you look into this code. If you can do it another way, make sure you drop the other way you think you can do it, or you got it in the comment section if you're interested. So I think we are going to be using the serial monitor. So it's if I start simulation, yeah, I need to close this. So it's initially set as off. You can see off, 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 off. So it's initially set as off. So if I click on this first button, it turns on red, green, blue. You can see the delay going red, green, blue. You can see that red, green, blue, and it keeps printing in the serial monitor because of the 9600 that was there. The serial prints 9600 or something. Yeah, that is down in the code here. Serial dot begin. Yeah, it's been long since I did C++, so I just have glitches. So it keeps going. So if I just could click on this, it turns off and start printing off, 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 off. It's cool. It's cool. Really, really cool. I still have more projects on buttons, but I'm proceeding it so don't get confused. We don't get confused. I'm making it step by step tutorial. So if you click again, red, green, blue, then if you off, then you off, it starts printing off. So that is it. Thanks for watching, guys, and make sure to like, comments, drop your codes, or any other thing you have a good thing, a good impression to say, drop it in the comment section, and make sure to subscribe and share with your friends.